let's say technology services, and I'm not using consumer tech here, just IT services as a pack. Somebody was making this point that if you look at the last 3 years or the last 10 years as well, Infosys, as you rightly said, has been a valuation growth story, not as much as an earnings growth story. Yes, it's been there, but nowhere close to the bump up that's happening in valuations. Whereas if you look at the broader end of the spectrum, a bunch of fairly competent mid-sized IT names are growing well, and the commentary seems to be that they'll continue to grow well. So are you now picking and choosing between the Infosys and the TCSs of the world, which are arguably the two most highly valued large cap names? The others are kind of sub 20, versus the mid-sized ones, because there the growth might be a bit more present for the foreseeable future. Sure. A bit more growth than the others.
Yeah, that's a great sort of question that you raised, Neeraj. And so some of the thoughts are as follows. Essentially, as observed, and since you quote decadal sort of period, and we go back because it's also some bit of the perception that this is the second version of Y2K, etc., or the dot bomb, as people call it. So post Y2K, what was observed was that the large grew larger, but also grew faster. And there was almost a disappearance of the Midcap I.T. services company in India, till the emergence of Mindtree, till the catchup of HCL Tech, till the growth focus of NIIT Tech or Coforge, and a few other such names that we were sort of clinging on to. Clearly, in the last 3, 4, 5 years, a few other companies have emerged, such as, for quoting names, L&T Infotech, more recently Happiest Minds, etc. So I would think that we own a combination of such names. We think that the assurance that a TCS stroke Infosys brings on the table in terms of a 8 to 10% on a sustainable basis in the digital brought forward COVID-driven environment, maybe 12 to 15 as they've quoted, and they've given some sort of guidance, is a good assuring earnings growth visibility. Because if you look around the whole marketplace, there are few and far in between such assurance of earnings growth stories, apart from the quality of the business in terms of profitability and its unique strength in terms of IT services. The other side, which we also lean on, we know of names such as, say, Tata Elxsi or LTTS. These are very interesting businesses. They are, services-driven model. But there is this, the earlier point I made about the Indian strength on, design, technology, outsourcing, combined with this whole PLI and a few other points which come together, that there is this enough of labor pool or talent pool which can help, help these companies offer these solutions to global industrial stroke auto majors, or, as technology is evolving, and we know in automotive, there's a lot of software already present. And, as the Economist or other such publications quote, that this number is only rising as we speak, right? So, so if you combine the fact that the world will move to EV, 2030, 40, 50, God knows when, combined with the fact that there is this element of software increase and the reduction of moving parts and hardware, there is this large opportunity which is there, right? So these are, for want of this sort of word, these are underlying structural opportunities. They would get painted in the same brush of this sell-off which has happened. So all of these names, the second-tier names, have had a bit of a dip in share prices. L&T, Mindtree, which are unique sort of digital leading companies, have decided to come together. The market probably wants a more sharper focused play, and so they've had a little bit of a higher decline there. But they have been leading the digital transformation charge versus the other majors who played a catch up, and now every conversation of TCS, so Infosys, is also quoting that digitalization, digital transformation business as a number. So I think the answer is that we will have a combination of a couple of large leading companies, along with opportunistic bets on companies which have not a fleeting opportunity, just a services demand, digital is transformed, but more with an underlying promise, such as the one which I described.